We have taken 6 ordinary people, all with a passion for animals, on the journey of a lifetime into the world of wildlife filmmaking. 23-year-old Julia's from Denmark.
Oh my God, here we are.
28-year-old Maya is from India.
I'm not going to forget this moment forever.
And 47-year-old Brian's from the UK.
Absolutely out of this world.
In just 3 weeks, they're being taught all the skills necessary to make it as a wildlife filmmaker. 31-year-old Jin Pin is from Singapore.
It's an amazing place. We spotted some animals on the way up already.
20-year-old Aaron is from Australia.
I just can't believe it, it's nuts.
And Carla's a 29-year-old from Mexico.
I still feel like I'm dreaming.
Our classroom is the Shamwari Game Reserve in South Africa, where Animal Planet's Lyndal Davies is teaching them all they need to know about the wildlife.
It's quite a good idea to all walk in one straight line as you're approaching animals, because what happens is they actually see you as one whole unit approaching.
I'm Andrew Barron, the director of Unearthed.
Always have your tape ready to go, so when you arrive in the field, you can go straight away.
My professional TV crew and I will be with them every step of the way.
It's almost like panning with your tripod.
It's the chance of a lifetime to get their work on screen. But who has got what it takes to be our Unearthed Filmmaker of the Year?
When you're making a wildlife film, it really must go hand in hand with conservation. If we don't start protecting our animals now, pretty soon we won't have any wildlife left to film.
By the mid-80s, the elephant population in Africa had been decimated due to loss of habitat and poaching. But thanks to conservation projects, their numbers are now on the rise. And in reserves like this, we can see them in all their glory.
Filming and studying these uniquely intelligent animals really is one of the most rewarding experiences when you're making an animal documentary. Our wildlife filmmakers are about to find out why. Now these guys, they're actually fantastic to film and they always seem to be doing something interesting. But before we can film them, we've got to find them, so let's get going.
Awesome.
Whatever happens, if an elephant charges the car, none of you must run, okay? If you run, that elephant's going to chase you, and chances are you're going to be killed.
It's been 2 hours since we left base, and we still can't find the elephants. But our ranger thinks he's seen some movement in the bushes.
Do you think they might have gone down the river?
They're right behind us over here.
Most of them,
He's gone down there.
These are 2 males, yeah.
This is completely unexpected and has taken the students by surprise. Did anybody get the shot?
When they were walking towards that way, Julia's tripod is in my frame, so. And I had mine zoomed in because I'm used to being so back the animals. He was right there, and he was so much in the frame that I just saw grey elephant skin.
I managed to put my camera on, but my lens was closed, and I didn't realize it. I thought I'm filming the elephant, and it's all black.
We've been searching for elephants for hours, but it looks like they've found us. There's a large bull elephant up ahead, and he's not going to let us past.
Okay, now this actually is a potentially dangerous situation, all right? We've got an elephant coming straight towards us. Now, where is that elephant going to go? If an elephant feels it can't actually move off or you're blocking its path, that's when we get into trouble. We need to go back, guys. The elephant will always have right of way, remember that.
As much as our students want to get their shots, the best thing we can do is get out of his way as quickly as possible.
Let's keep backing up there. You're right, Jules, as fast as you want to go.
He weighs more than both our jeeps put together. If we don't move, he could see it as a challenge and charge. He's already showing signs of aggression, flapping his ears and swinging his trunk.
Don't worry, it's all okay. Just stay calm. We've cleared out of his way. He's got a path now, and he'll just go straight past us.
With a clear path away from us, he shouldn't feel the need to charge. But he's still a little nervous and is sniffing the air for danger.
Stay calm. No sudden movements, okay?
It's a tense standoff, but it seems to be paying off. It looks like our students are getting some great shots.
Finally, he wanders off into the bushes. He may not have caused us any problems, but he still made a big impression.
Elephants are always an emotional topic for me. It's just that seeing them in the wild, I always think of the captive ones. That's about it.
But not everybody feels the same way.
We're quite confined here on the vehicles. We can't move around very much, and I think the students are getting quite frustrated with each other, getting in each other's shots. They don't look very happy.
When you see a wild animal, I don't simply move. I just stand still. I'm all the way in Africa to film something, and if someone is spoiling my shot, it's all frustration that came out. Carla, you spoiled my shot.
Sorry.
You jumped in. I didn't get any shot. You didn't get any shot? I was filming and Carla just jumped in between, and there was Carla, no elephant.
The first day that we'd spent as a team in the car, so there was some friction.
I was very offensive at that time. I was really frustrated.
Difficult situation because you have so many cameras.
But when we came back to our lodge in the evening, we had a talk with each other, and it all went to be fine.
So that was a good sort of team learning exercise.
Disagreements aside, Carla is still very excited about this encounter.
I'm happy I have an elephant in my tape. Yeah. Do you want to see it?
Yes, I do. A very good shot.
You got some nice shots. That's so weird because it's the kind of shots you see on other documentaries, and it actually happened to us. Some really nice shots.
I got some, it's pretty unsteady, so whether we can use it or not, I don't know.
That was a very exciting moment, and the first thing you wanted to do was to go back and look at your rushes and rewind in the camera. That is an absolute no-no. If another bull comes charging through those bushes now, what are you going to do? You're going to be recording over what you've just shot because you're not going to have time to re-cue the tape. Professional camera crews would never review their stuff in the field like that. So hold the thought, hold the moment, but do not review your tape, ever.
Okay, thanks for that.
Yeah, cool. Cheers.
We still haven't found the main herd, but we've stumbled across something just as exciting.
I've just spotted some hippos down by the river, and this is a great opportunity for our students to learn more about conservation.
The students are making far too much noise, and those hippo aren't going to hang around.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, I think we all forgot that we're being really, really noisy, and we obviously scared them to go with a big group of them under the tree there.
Guys, don't... Look at me, everybody. You just don't seem to be getting it. I don't want to be hard. You've walked down here, boom, 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 down the hill. The hippo have gone straight into the water. That's what hippos do when they feel there's danger. Now, if we'd all gone in really quietly, tiptoed in very, very quietly, you would have got that shot of them up there on the bank, and eventually they would have moved into the water.
Get all your guys into position and you might get another chance at the hippos.
Okay.
Even though they're in the water, we can still try and tell the hippo's story.
Hippos are very tricky things to film. If they're not in the water, they're under it. But if you've got patience and you wait for them to surface, you can get some amazing shots.
They may look harmless, but they're one of the most dangerous animals in Africa. They won't think twice about charging or biting to protect their territory.
It was very nice to be next to hippos and listen to them and looking at them, how they dove and how they come up again, and they're very interesting characters.
We got some pretty good shots thanks to one of the hippos, which kind of like just opened his jaws and like showed off a bit. That was a good moment.
That hippo isn't showing off. He's displaying signs of aggression. I think it's time we get out of here and find those elephants again.
Our 6 Unearthed students are on the trail of a herd of elephants. But if they're going to get those good shots, they're going to need to keep quiet.
I think we're getting really close to this herd now. This is looking really good. Once we get to this herd, if they do come up close to the car, no sudden movements, no panic, nobody leave the vehicle. Here we go. We've got a couple of youngsters there for you.
Finally, we catch up with the main herd. Elephants spend up to 18 hours a day feeding, and this is a great opportunity for our filmmakers to capture some animal behaviour.
The students have learnt the lesson of staying out of each other's shots. But there's more to wildlife filmmaking than just pretty pictures. Now that things have settled down, I have a few more tips for our filmmakers.
If you really want to get animal behaviour properly, you've got to go for the sound here. If you can hear the low rumbling, they're actually communicating to each other. Our hearing can only hear the upper end of that, but it's a full communication process. So don't rustle your mics, get some very clean sound and you'll get true animal behaviour that you'll be able to script to later along.
Our filmmakers are still making too much noise, and Richard, our professional soundman, is not impressed.
All I can hear now is everyone's jackets. So if we don't need our waterproof jackets on, if it's not actually raining, it's far better to remove the jacket. It'll be the same on your soundtrack as it is on mine. All you'll hear is your jackets and no elephant.
You only get one chance to capture sync sound, and our students are blowing it.
Brian, I can see you're getting some fantastic shots there, but what's going on? I can hear it. The crew are all talking.
Okay, let's give it a go.
Communications in the vehicles are all making a noise. Be brave enough to tell everyone to shut up. Tell them you're getting a shot. Say, guys, give me 1 minute of silence, I'm getting an amazing shot. But it's up to you to do that. It's your soundtrack and you're going to have the problem later on.
Be quiet then, please.
Looks like Brian is definitely a fast learner. It might have been a good morning, but all that noise has ruined our students' shots.
The students just don't seem to have got their heads around the idea of sound, so I'm handing them over to Richard, our expert soundman, to give them a few tips.
What we're going to do now is actually control the environment, ask everybody to be quiet for us for 2 minutes, and then it'll give you an opportunity for each of you to record a wild track, which will then match the pictures that you've got.
It's just a little trick of the trade. If they can get 3 minutes of clear sound, they can use it to repair all the spoilt soundtrack that they've got so far.
It's simple and it's quick. All you have to do is hit the record button and keep quiet.
Because even if we were to walk away...
Meyer says record, we all push the record button, say our piece, atmosphere, whatever, wild track, whatever you're going to say.
No, we just have one person say atmosphere, wild track, because otherwise it'll all be jumbled out, everybody's voices.
I think it's better that Meyer begins. He says his record, he starts to record 10 seconds.
It's complicated.
It really shouldn't be this difficult. I think our students might be trying a little too hard.
Why don't we just have Meyer, one person giving instructions, and then we'll all do what he says?
When I say record, press record, we push record at the very same time, all of us, okay? Then I'll simply say wild track for our atmosphere, okay? Then we just move out.
Yes.
We move out in 10 seconds. Yeah. We come back after 3 minutes, okay? Yes. Or 3 minutes, 10 seconds rather. We come back after 3 minutes, 10 seconds, and we have 3 minutes of wild track for our atmosphere.
And after all that, they finally get it done. Or do they?
Gonna have to do it again.
Why?
Run out of tape.
You've run out of tape? So you hadn't realised you had 3 minutes left on your tape?
Yeah.
So everyone else has got 3 minutes of wild track and you haven't got any?
With that valuable lesson learned, it's back to the elephants.
We've just had word that the elephants are moving towards the river, so hopefully we're going to be able to get them drinking, because that will be really special.
The matriarch has led the entire herd down here for their evening drink. And these are exactly the shots the students need. The elephants do not disappoint. For the students, this is what it's all about. No more sound problems and no more tension. Just pure wildlife filmmaking.
Very nice. Not even 5 meters. With a trunk so long, I thought he got out of my truck, but he was fine with me so close by. I was very thrilled.
Oh, that was really nice. I love the way they looked at us and how the big one rested in front of us.
I can't wait to get back now and have a look at the footage and see which bits that we could use to put something together.
As the day draws to a close, our filmmakers' journey with the elephants finally comes to an end. Our students have got their shots, but now they have to turn them into a story. So first on the agenda is a scripting lesson from Andrew.
Understand what interests you. So all the stuff you've got of elephants might be the most interesting thing in the world, but is anybody going to watch it? What we've got to do to make people interested in the film is introduce characters to people. You cannot just go out there and film a herd of elephants. One of those elephants has got to be an elephant you engage with. We've actually got an elephant that we can lock onto and we can understand. Everyone gather round. Let's see what you've got.
Okay. In the valley bush belts of Africa is the African elephant. A few years ago, there were 1 million elephants around the continent.
I like your little black inserts there to break up the images. That worked quite nicely.
Not bad for Carla's first try. But the rest of the students seem to be making some very basic mistakes.
One thing that I think is letting you down there, your voiceover.
Yes.
I think you're a little bit self-conscious about reading voice.
This 3-year-old male is destined to become the bull of his troop. He will learn how to find water and, along with his brothers and sisters, learn the essentials that will get him through life.
My difficulty was in sustaining the viewer's attention.
Your voice was lost in the sound mix in places.
We eat a lot, often more than 100 kg a day. Hence we move a lot across huge areas and over ancient hills. Sometimes there are squabbles, hunt for the boys, mock fights.
So I think bring that music right down, bring that voice track right up. Let the pictures speak for themselves. You don't have to talk to picture. It's almost like you saw a shot of water and thought, well, I've got to write something about water.
By socializing, Umduana learns how to control the fine muscles in his trunk that will enable him to later clean, drink, eat, and socialize.
I didn't hear a lot of sync sound in there. Again, I didn't hear the water, I didn't hear the rustle, I didn't hear the footsteps.
She feels secure with her mother and does not wander off far from the herd. They spend around 18 hours a day feeding on trees and acacia bushes, and often visit the nearest waterhole to quench their thirst.
You're doing yourself a disservice by not using the sound that you work so hard to get, and that's something everyone needs to work on. But well done, everybody. Well done.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's great to be editing. I didn't know that I was going to like it that much.
Making films like this, you can tug at heartstrings and make people want to not buy ivory.
Yes, you are the one who are going to make a difference. If you're not going to do it right now, you're going to lose it, and it's now or never.
Our students are really starting to care about their animal subjects. And that's just as well, because next on Unearthed, emotions will be running high. Next time on Unearthed.
You didn't have time to think, am I going to die? Am I going to die?
Stay back here, guys. I don't want you any closer right now.